With Falcon football coach Matt Walker. And Matt, the Falcons were on the road last week at Carson Park at UW-Eau Claire and took a 13-6 loss to the Blue Gulls. Could you talk about that game a little bit?
Well, it was a gut-wrenching loss. I mean, it was an interesting game. Both offenses really struggled in the first half to get anything going. We played great defense. We flew around and stopped a good running attack by them. They got such a great zone scheme, power scheme. They've really been good at the last few years. And we played great on defense and clearly gave ourselves a chance to win. Offensively, boy, it was another struggle inside the scoring zone. It was a day of moving the ball. I mean, almost 400 yards of offense again. We're moving it like crazy in between the 30s. We get inside the 30. We had 8 offensive penalties on the day. 2 were declined. 6 of those occurred inside the 30-yard line on offense. We had 4 drop passes inside the 30. We had 2 huge blown signs. The quarterback goes the wrong way on a ball handling situation. Just something happens when we get down there. And if I had the answer, it'd be changed already. You start talking about it, and then the guys get even more uptight about it when you try to talk about it. And it's really a situation. It's not a secret anymore, and everybody knows it and understands. Excuse me, that up to the 30-yard line, 25-yard line, we've been about as good as anybody in the league. And for whatever reason, we stall down there. I hate saying it. I'm not trying to make our guys feel worse, but I mean, we play just mediocre inside the scoring zone. We probably have 3 or 4 wins, and that's no disrespect to our opponents, but if we're just average inside the scoring zone this season, we got at least 4 wins under our belt, at least 3, and so it was another day of that, and I'm proud of the guys. Oh God, we fought like crazy and all the way to the end, and had a chance still at the end of the game, and after as rough as it was, our defense kept us in and had a chance to still win it late, and we just couldn't get it done. I feel for our guys, a great group who've stayed in this thing, and another good week of practice. So I'm proud of them and feel for them, and want to do everything we can to get these last 3 games.
Matt, the defensive player of the week this week was junior linebacker Cole Sirek. He had 8 solo and 9 total tackles. He had 1 sack for a loss of 10 yards and 3 tackles for loss for 17 yards. This sounds like he had a great game. Could you talk about Cole?
Yeah, Cole was flying around. Cole's been so solid for us all year. We knew he was a star waiting to happen. Cole's a kid that came in as a freshman and had a decent freshman on special teams, and then as a sophomore was standing behind some really good linebackers spot, but you could see him growing and getting better, and knew he was going to be a star, and he has been. He's the kind of kid that I'm not looking forward to the next year yet, but he's a guy that can take this team on his back and be that big leader for us on defense, and I'm excited about Cole's future. And he's going to give you everything he's got these last 3, and I know he wants to win more than anybody.
On the offensive side, Jake Ryan, the wide receiver, was named the player of the week. He led all receivers with 8 catches for 113 yards, also had a long reception of 25 yards. I think this is the 2nd week in a row that Jake's been named the offensive player of the week. Could you talk about his play?
Yeah, like you said, 2 weeks in a row he's been named the MVP. I think I probably said it last week at this same time. You're going to get a solid game from him every time he goes out. He gives you everything he has. He's our best blocker on the perimeter. He's as solid as there is with his hands. Runs great routes. He never is going to impress anybody with his speed. He knows that. But he just finds a way to be open. He makes big plays. Ryan has a comfortability with him when things are breaking down. He just seems to find Jake. So again, really proud of him and all the effort he's been given, and excited to see him have a great season here.
Looking ahead, Matt, the Falcons have another WAC game on the road, go to La Crosse on Saturday. What are you looking for in that game?
Well, they've had an interesting year. I don't think I'm telling Coach Detweiler or any of those guys anything they don't know. They were an interesting group to watch on film early. They struggled, and you kind of saying, what's going on there, and all of a sudden these last couple games they played really well, and beat a point team last week who I think is a really good football team. So they've turned things around. Something's happened there, and they got it going. So. We got a big challenge on our hands again. It's a great football team. They're physical. In a similar way to Eau Claire, people that follow us, that they know what they're going to do. You know what they're going to do. They just kind of execute it, and they're going to pound zone run game at you, and they're really based basic on defense, but fly around. I'm really impressed with their effort on defense, and they're always tough to play at their place. So we're in for a challenge, but a fun one. Again, the guys we've really hung in there, and you know, we've tried to keep things light, as you can see by my hair color here. You know, coaches, we had a young guy scrimmage on Monday and really got after it, and the offensive coaches, we made a bet with the defensive coaches on the young guy scrimmage, and the losers had to dye their hair, and I'm making good on my bets. I'm not real happy with it, and it's a little interesting for me, but I'm paying up my bets. So we're having fun, and guys are staying bought in, and man, they're working hard and dedicated, and none of that's changed, and so excited to go and play again and get these guys a victory.
Coach, hair looks great. Good luck. Good luck to the Falcons this coming weekend.
Thank you.